Yo, yo. Testing one, two, three, testing. I'm here testing, trying to see how this thing works. Trying to get back into the swing of it. Doing the swing of it on my own channel. And I like to talk about today I want to talk about Xbox into the multiverse. How Xbox had brought themselves up and built themselves up into being in the multiverse. A little phrase that I came up with you know, Mr. Good Brother 100 show and shit, you know, talk about let me get to it, man. I think send some invite to Live Wire and whoever wanna hop in or whatever. But yeah, I want to talk about into the multiverse. Something that Microsoft is doing that a lot of people don't realize. That's what that is. How they built their platform and transcend it into something other than what it used to be, allowing other platforms to have certain types of game on there. And I think that Microsoft doing this multiverse this multiverse phenomenon that's going on with allowing other platforms to have their game, is not doom and gloom. I know you got these people out here who think, well, Microsoft gonna let them have Halo, Microsoft gonna let them have Gears of War. Microsoft is gonna let them have Forza. And I don't see it that way. I just see it as in whatever company or publisher Microsoft buy, they're gonna continue on letting them have some of them games on that platform. You know what I'm saying? Unlike these port bagging ponies or pony bots who think that Microsoft, just want to give up all their games and stuff like that. And that's not what's happening. They don't want to give up all their games and stuff like that and just throw it everywhere and stuff like that. I mean, they want to be easy for people to play these games everywhere, but not their big banger entitled. Not these rumors that people keep coming up with that Microsoft is about to give up. Microsoft it is letting PlayStation have this. They letting play like it's funny how I think it's funny how they're acting for these big title games and they don't play it. Because we were discussing about this last night in a party and stuff. I don't think that Microsoft is really going to let these big billionaire titles go to other platforms. Again, as the good brother Lawwire was saying, like that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money that they have to pay for the license of these music and stuff just to put on a PlayStation like these older games. I don't see that happening. Only way I see something like that ever happening unless some titles are not making money as they used to. And in this case, that's not the problem. They don't have no problem with making money off of Forza, Halo, and all these other titles. They don't have no problem with doing that or whatever and stuff like that. They're good on that front. Now, if they're buying a company and they decide, let's say, like Activision and Bethesda, I understand why them games is going over there or whatever. But to sit up here and listen to these crazy ass ponies talk about this crazy shit about Microsoft is going to give us this game and that game and this game. They asking for these big title games. And I don't understand why they're asking for it when they're not going to play it. And we were saying this in a party last night. I mean, the truth of the matter is that these people, ponies, they don't play their own game. Microsoft look at these numbers and see what game is going to sell on the PlayStation, what didn't. Did they not give Sony and them some games and stuff to play? They did. They gave Sony and them some games. Have them game hit the mark that Microsoft and them want? Fuck no. It didn't hit the mark. I believe, again, I said it last night, I believe a lot of people or a lot of ponies that want Xbox game just want it just for bragging rights. I don't even think they're going to play it. So they just want the game so they can sit there and brag about their game and stuff like that. That's all I see. They're going to sit up there, make up some bullshit story, and brag about the game. If Microsoft, so let's just say Microsoft gave Sony Halo. Listen, their hand and eye coordination does not work. It don't. They're gonna be dizzy trying to blow in a goddamn controller or sniff it. What's up, Mr. Keenan? Or sniff it, other than playing it. They're not really no online community. They're not. They're not no social media hub community that will sit up there and play these types of games. That's not for them. That's not who they are. They're not into that type of game and stuff like that. They're not going to sit there and play Halo and stuff. I don't even think they're going to sit up there and play um as a solo community as they are, and they like to be secluded in their own space in their boxes with these one and done games. They're not even going to do that with Starfield. I cannot see a pony that begging for Starfield sitting up here and putting in all them hours in them games. I don't see that. You know what I'm saying? That just, that's just how I see it. I can't see with the crazy motherfucker like MBG, the dude with the watermelon head and shit, Reforge, and the dude Crack Fake Joe with sniffing cocaine off a fat white man belly, liquid cocaine off a fat white man belly. I don't see them doing that. I don't see them sitting up here playing it. Now he says he played it. He played these games on a PC. My thing is this: if you feel so strongly about you want that game, go play it on a PC first before you start port bagging for these games to come on the Xbox. Better yet, how about you go play your games on your platform before you bag for these games on an Xbox? But you can't even do that. So I don't see that shit. I don't see it making buku money like people think that it will make. I don't see that. I don't see that at all of anybody sitting up here running around. Oh man, Halo coming to the PlayStation. I gotta go play it. I don't see that. Forza going to the PlayStation. I don't see that. I don't see none of that. I don't see none of these dudes playing none of these games that Microsoft is going to put on there. Yeah, sure, do they want Xbox games? Sure, they want it. Yes, they want Xbox games. But are they going to play these Xbox games like that? No, they're not. There would be a very small percentage of PlayStation dudes that's going to play their Xbox game. So Microsoft will sit up here and put these games on a PlayStation. Let's say Sony do got 60 or 70 million console, which I don't believe. Me and good brother other thing don't believe that shit. I don't believe that. I think the numbers that you see are the PlayStation 4 numbers mixed in with the PlayStation 5 in that little handheld in a VR. But they're not going to play that. What, a small percentage of people going to play Halo from the uh, Xbox community? I mean, for the PlayStation community? Because if Microsoft is going to put their games on a PlayStation, then that means they're going to make it cross-platform, and they're going to get mollywop. They can't handle that type game, and I don't even think Sony can handle that. They would have to redesign that game and bring that game down some. Hey, Mr. Keeman, tell me if you hear me clearly. I'm trying to see. I don't know if I might have to switch over to my phone. I'm seeing something. Let me see something. Yeah, man, but I don't see that, man. I don't care what nobody say. I don't see Microsoft giving them they big title. I don't see Microsoft I see. Let me see something. Yeah, I don't see that. I don't see Microsoft giving none of that. Mr. King, you can do me a favor. You can tweet this out on on Twitter, good brother. But I don't see that. I don't. It just I just don't understand why they bagging. They port bagging. You got Mooch, Crap, all of them. They all port bagging now. How you an Xbox dude and all of a sudden you become a PlayStation dude and you port bagging? Where they do that at? How you leave one platform to go to another platform and just a bag for that platform, bag for the game, that you had on the previous platform? I don't understand that, yo. I don't get stuff like that. And it doesn't, to me, it doesn't make sense for Microsoft to sit up there and port them games over there. For what? You're gonna get the games that you've been getting from the company that they had purchased. That's what's gonna happen. That's it. I'm saying I don't think that they was burn their fan base like that. Because as the conversation was going on in a party last night, and I'm sitting here watching trailers of Superman and all this other stuff, and I come in on a conversation of, you know, it would make Microsoft more money if they put them games on the PlayStation. They're they big bangers. You know, the game that they built from the ground up. Nah, I don't see that. Just like I don't see Perfect Dark or none of that. I don't see none of them games going there. I don't. I don't, because it doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense to me for them to sit up there and put them games on there, knowing that the PlayStation don't play their game. If you don't play your game, why am I gonna give you my game? Look how long it took Spider-Man and a lot of game to hit 2, 3, 4 million. It's not going to work. Put 'em- Putting these big iconic games over there that Microsoft had built from the ground up, that shit ain't going to sell. Sony don't care. And I looked at it like, yo, okay, I see what Microsoft doing. I understand why they having the ecosystem expanding because they're big of a company and they can't keep it trapped in one position. Like I was saying last night, Microsoft intention when they bought fucking on Activision, Bethesda, and all. Come on, let's keep it real. They bought them companies to make them game exclusives. But we know what would have happened if Microsoft would have just kept it exclusive or whatever. Of course, they're not going to admit it. Microsoft going to give you the PR talk. They're going to give you that PR talk real quick. They're going to tell you, oh no, 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 no. We did that because we don't want to take the game. Stop it. You bought these companies to benefit you and your fan base. But being though Sony was crying and whining, you said, fuck it, let's change the game and just go ahead and let Sony them continue it and just bust open the fucking multiverse. You can play you can play your Xbox game on your TV, your phone, and then room with the handheld, a fire stick, so forth and so forth. You bust open and it became a fucking multiverse where you can go anywhere and play the fucking game. But you got people, but you got people square up and down. Everything Microsoft is going straight up third party. I mean, Phil said this time and time again. That's not what they're doing. But y'all upset because y'all don't have no game. Y'all don't have no game because y'all accepted all types of bullshit that Sony gave y'all. Y'all accept that. Sony is in the position where they at right now because they keep spending money on bullshit. I've said this in a party many a time. Sony practice is fucked up. With another IP, I got to ask Spidey again, that Sony throwing money to them that had that game on their console first. So we still doing the time exclusive, huh? That's what we doing, Sony. We're gonna keep doing these time exclusives and fucking your fan base over. Instead of you pony bots sitting up there saying, let's get on Sony for keep doing that. It's not helping them. All you doing is making those developers who want those games, those developers who's making them games that y'all want to be on your console first. All you doing is making a pocket fatter for a short period of time. Can they, because in the long run, it's not benefiting some third party developers, some third party companies or whatever. It's not benefiting them when they realize that they're not making no money from it. You getting them with a one hit deal. This the deal. All right, listen here. I'm gonna give you blah blah million just to keep it on my platform for about a year or two. And Microsoft, get this platform. Microsoft get this game about a year or two. By the time we get the game or whatever, we ain't gonna give a shit. Then you put these developers, these companies in a position like, well, I didn't make as much as money that I thought I was going to make when I set up here and sign off that you have this, you know, these exclusive for this period of time. So for that period of time that you had these exclusives, and by the time y'all put it on Microsoft, we don't give a shit. Then y'all gonna be like, then the next thing goes on. Then, well, you know what? It's not working the way we thought it was going to work. So now what's going to happen? Well, what's going to happen is that you got to put that thing in Game Pass because the Xbox community, all of us is not going to buy that. Sure, some of the people that's going to buy it is going to be some of the little new kids, the little thunder niggas, the little thunder ninja. Sure, they go out and buy it because they don't know no better. But the people that's already invested in the Xbox ecosystem is going to know better. They're not going to go for that. They ain't gonna go for that shit. Like fuck it, I can wait. I'll wait for that shit hit Game Pass. And I'm telling you, I believe the same thing is gonna happen with what is it, Black Myth? You know what I'm saying? Same thing is gonna happen with that. The shit running like I didn't know that it was running shitty on a PlayStation. I didn't know it was running shitty on a goddamn Xbox. I mean, oh, I'm sorry, on a PlayStation. I didn't even know that. I'm like, wow, the PlayStation and the PC. I'm sorry, I didn't even know that. I'm like, what? Oh, even on the PC? Yeah. Oh hell no. They better put that bitch in Game Pass. That's the only way I'm gonna play it. Only way I'm gonna play that game unless that game is in Game Pass. Fuck that. I understand that they might have had problems themselves, and Sony did what they did to what Hello Game, what No Man's Sky. I want it now. It's my money and I want it now. That's what they did. That's what they did. Sony twist some developers that made that game Black Myth, Wukong, whatever the fuck it is. They twist their arm to put this game on their platform, and the game is not even running good. Like I don't understand that, man. I understand some of these nutty developers. I understand Japanese handout, but goddamn, sometimes, man, you got to sit there and be like, enough is enough. So I'm thinking like, well, you know what it is? Since good brother Lawai was talking about it, you know, maybe they don't know how to utilize Unreal Engine 5 that well. That's why they have so much problem with it. They got so many different codes, so many different layers of code of running this goddamn game. It's not running like the way it's supposed to run. But again, whose fault is that? That's your fault for taking them sucker bet deals from Sony. That's your fault for taking that money from Sony. You ain't had to do it. No one forced you to sit up there and take that money from Sony so you can put it on a PlayStation. No one forced none of these developers to do that. That parity clause. No one's forced you to sign that parity clause deal. You could have said, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not putting none of these games out here. I'm not going to just make this game run good on a PlayStation and not good on Microsoft. So now when your company go belly up, you got nobody to blame but your ass. So I mean, when you could have just sat up here and waited, took your time, made the game run good like it should run on an Xbox. I never this the first time ever like I don't know where the hell this parity clause come from. Are you that afraid of Microsoft? Because that's all I see. When you have to come up with a parity clause so your game can run better on your opponent console than yours, that means you're afraid. You're supposed to be the best of the best of the best of the best. Sony is the world's greatest console. I have heard ridiculous ass stories about the PlayStation. How the PlayStation is supposed to be the best. I heard the craziest fucking story. And how the PlayStation is better. No one can truly admit that. They can't tell you that. They can't tell you how the PlayStation is better. They'll come up with some bullshit. But that's not telling me how the PlayStation is better. You know our games. No, your game's not. Our game sells more. No, it don't. You don't even got $1 billion franchise, as Bone like to say. Y'all don't have $1 billion franchise. Don't have that no more. You can't use Gran Turismo. Where the fuck Gran Turismo at? That's a myth. That game don't even exist. That game is a straight up myth. No such thing as Gran Turismo. You talking about the movie? That movie flopped. So where's the $1 billion franchise at? They don't have nothing. So can you understand? I mean, I get it. You're a PlayStation fanboy and you don't have nothing and you upset. You you read in the face because Microsoft, I mean Sony don't have nothing for you. Charlie, can you you know where my tea bag's at? In that cabinet at the top. At the top and put some honey in there, like 2 spoons. Yeah, but they upset about that. I mean, if I was a PlayStation fan, I see it. I don't got no games. I'm sorry, I don't got no games to play. Microsoft killed all the narrative. Y'all forced. I said it. Y'all forced Microsoft to become the multiverse of gaming. Y'all have. Y'all forced Microsoft to do that. You forced Microsoft to become a multiverse of gaming. That's what happened. You forced them to do that. They didn't want to become the multiverse of gaming. They were trying to share wealth. They were trying to, just get a little piece of the pie. Like I never heard a company that tried to gatekeep gaming. That's some old new level of fucking of hatred. A whole new level of gatekeeping. How you gatekeeping gaming? Gaming though, that's supposed to be for everybody. Are you trying to gatekeep that? Shame on you, Sony. Shame on you. And now look where you at. Sony right now, y'all, is back at square one. I mean, like you fucked up. You don't made Microsoft made the multiverse all because you try to gatekeep it. Sony can't afford to do a multiverse console. They're not big. They don't have no money. They stuck in limbo. They make all the wrong decisions. And that one game they made, what was it? They called 500 million to make But some crazy stuff like that, 500 million. Come on, man. That's a big L. Like you don't lost your touch, Sony. Sony, you lost it. I mean, their powers have been taken from them. You've been stripped down to dust. But you have your fanboys out here still begging. And what happened to all these dudes that said the PlayStation 5 Pro had an extra super duper chip that make it do this and that 2035 teraflop when you got old boy coming out saying we never said that? That's a big ass L. Old boy came out and said it. We ain't never said that. Well, they never said that console was going to do 35 teraflop. That didn't come out of our mouth. I don't understand why you ponies constantly come out and make up this crazy shit. You constantly coming out making up crazy shit. Oh, the PlayStation 5 come through 30, 40, 85 teraflop. And Sony people coming out saying, whoa, 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 whoa. Hold a minute, whoa, buddy, whoa, 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 whoa. We never said that. But your fan base running amok. These fucking pony escaped the stable and they running around making up all kinds of crazy claims. We getting an Xbox game or we got 35 teraflop. And that's listen, the PlayStation 5 Pro is the worst fucking console ever. How you got to scale back the features that you put in the damn console? Like, who does that? How you scale back a feature that you put in a console? So you spend all that money to put this feature in a console to take it out because it was fucking up. I ain't never heard no shit like that. That's crazy. You gotta take back some of the features you put in a console. Where they do that at? That's wild. That's the most wildest shit I ever heard. You gotta scale back the technology that you put in the goddamn console. I said this before and I said it again. Sony was better. The amount of money that they spent for this Pro, they should just sit up there and try to figure out to get to try to solve their cooling system problem. You're gonna sit up there. You're gonna sit up there and scale back the shit that you put in the console. I ain't never heard no shit like that before. Well, I got to scale back the shit that I put in there. It's different if it was something little. If you're like, you know what, we're gonna take VR out. That's not gonna work. That's not working for us. You scale back the main features of your console that would have made it that matters. That matters. But nobody want to talk about that. Nobody want to talk about the shit that they took back from the console. So we just gonna sweep that under the rug like it never happened. That's crazy. That's the craziest thing I've ever heard of. We got to scale back a main key feature and stuff. And matter of fact, that's not the only thing that they took away. Didn't they took away quick resume? How you taking away the best feature? Number one, you should have never tried quick resume if it's not built into the system. You should have never tried that shit. I'm gonna let them slide with quick resume because we knew the system could never do it anyway. So I ain't gonna say that. I'm gonna let that slide. I would have preferred. Listen, I would if I would as a Sony PlayStation fanboy, if that was me, I would have preferred them to increase and put quick resume inside the PlayStation. That's what I would have preferred. I would have preferred that quick resume shit instead of the bullshit that they put in there. Let me see something. Motherfucker sitting up here. running around doing jumping jack for Jesus for a PlayStation Pro that's not doing nothing. They gonna make a fucking pro and that shit can't even do the basic feature that you just put in there. But y'all motherfuckers talking about the Series S is a bottleneck for the one. I mean, for the Series X. Get the fuck out of here. Man, I tell you, you motherfuckers be bugging. Let me see something here, man. Like, I don't be understanding that, man. People wilding out over a console that can't do shit. If that console can't do that, how you expect Microsoft to give you some of their fucking games and your console can't even do that? That's wild. That's the wildest shit I ever heard. You want fucking Halo, but your console can't even do the basic shit to run Halo. You got to scale back features and shit. So how you gonna get Halo on PlayStation 5? Fuck you what? Halo what? That's what I'm trying to figure out. How the fuck you going? How you want Halo and your console can't even do it? Let me see. Where is I at? I ain't never see nobody no shit like that, man. Sony bugging. You fucking ponies are bugging. Y'all bugging like a motherfucker. Oh, I think it could run on the PlayStation. No, the fuck it can't. How the shit gonna run on a PlayStation and they taking away features? They taking away the best features that you need to run the motherfucker. You got Porter Pot over there running around. I'm with Nintendo and all that other shit. Got these motherfuckers out here crying. Microsoft destroyed Sony. You goddamn right they did. Fuck that. Them motherfuckers don't got shit, yo. I have nothing. I'm telling you, man. This shit is weird, man. This shit is weird. These motherfuckers want all this shit. They want everything that Microsoft have, but not gonna play it. How the hell you want Microsoft game and you don't even play your own game? I probably watch more videos of Spider-Man and God of War than they played it, and that's sad. How I watch more videos of a game that they had exclusive and I played it. Yeah, you're right. He is. All these damn games, all them damn games that they supposed to have had. That's why I was telling people like Sony, all these games that Sony claimed, people claimed that Sony had, they thought was Sony. It wasn't. Those games was not Sony games. They wasn't. They were third party, as Bone like to say, handout. They were third party handout. Those games was games that was already on the Nintendo, Atari, and Sega. And people think, oh wow, since Sony got it, it's Sony on. Where the fuck them games at now? Where's all them goddamn companies Sony had? Like, how many companies do Sony actually have that make games? Where are they? Y'all screaming Microsoft going third party, but y'all don't have nothing. Like I don't understand that. Y'all don't have nothing. How you got all these damn? How y'all supposed to have all these goddamn games and shit in the pad? Oh, Sony got the bangers. Where your bangers at? It's fun. It was fun when y'all was saying that shit about Microsoft and all Microsoft was doing. Okay, okay. Laugh now. We'll see who had the last laugh. And y'all end up with this shit. How you gonna make? I said this before. How you gonna make an upscale box? Gonna make a fucking upscale box and you don't got no game to use it. Not only that, I'm sorry, the features that you had can't even do it. I never seen that. Yo, I swear I never heard that nothing like that before. That's like a Lamborghini saying we're gonna take out we're gonna take out this engine and put a four-cylinder engine inside a Lamborghini. That's what Sony did. They took the goddamn they took the parts out, but they shut it down because it wasn't working correctly. This generation is done for Sony. It's done. I had this theory that I was saying in a party last night that I said I feel like if Microsoft I feel like Microsoft because of the pandemic I feel like Microsoft should have waited. I feel like that sometimes because of the pandemic we're not getting the games the way that we should have get it. And let's not be foolish. The pandemic did fuck up a lot of shit. I feel like they could have waited. They could have pushed the Xbox One X for 2 more years. I feel like they could have did that. Knowing that Sony don't have nothing, think about it. Knowing that Sony didn't have nothing to come out with, they could have pushed the One X 2 more years until the pandemic was over. Knowing that Sony didn't have nothing. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm happy it came out, but I still feel like they could have pushed it back some. Cause I like for a console to get its use, to get its full potential of its use of its power. And we know it takes time to make these games. We all want the game to come out now, but it takes time. I mean, shit, it could be like Sony. Well, like my uncle used to tell me, it's better to have a half a loaf of bread than none. And Sony don't got none. Sitting there like, what happened to all these companies? What was these people doing? Why do you buy these companies and don't do nothing with them? That's the question that I have if I was to speak to a Sony representative or whoever at Sony. What happened to all them companies that y'all have, and what was they doing during that time of your reign of tyranny? What was y'all doing? That's what I'm thinking about it. Remember how they said that? Like, yo, Microsoft don't know what they're doing. They don't have no identity. They not saying it. They messaging is wrong. Well, what was Sony doing with all them companies that they had? What was some company doing? Where are those companies? What game was some company working on? Why haven't they was working on no game? Why did you focus so much on third party games? Oh, y'all was going broke. I'm sorry. What popped in your mind? Hold on. What popped in your mind and said, You know what? Fuck them other companies. We just gonna stay here and continue on buying exclusives, third party exclusives. I want to know. But the Punisher in the house,
What's going on with you, Flip?
and, man, just talking about what we was talking about last night, bruh. I'm kind of, the how Microsoft became the multiverse of gaming.
Oh yeah, they definitely did. Yeah,
They took over and became the multiverse of gaming now. Shit,
yeah.
and
Microsoft here, they slowly taking over.
yep, it is. And we still got the ports backers. Remember what I said? They back for our games. They don't, like I said, they back for our games and they don't even play their own game.
No, they don't. And once Microsoft start flooding the PlayStation with games, it's like you can see the PlayStation games they selling now. Once Microsoft start putting more and more games on there, it's only really ain't gonna sell no copies.
Right, right, right. Remember, I said at the Stew Peas, if they put Game Pass on a PlayStation, they're not going to play that PlayStation game. They're not going to pay no $70, $80, and we know it's going to go up. They're not going to pay no $70, $80 for no fucking game. They're going to sit there on a Game Pass on a PlayStation and wait.
Yep. So not only that, they're not gonna sign up for PlayStation Plus.
Yup, I forgot about that part.
'Cause PlayStation Plus is even worse.
Yup,
They're not adding very many games, that the PlayStation community actually want to play. So it's like once Game Pass going there, yeah, it's a wrap.
and to be honest, part of me want PlayStation Game Pass to go to Xbox Game Pass go to the PlayStation. Part of me
So me
want that
personally, I
shit to happen.
wouldn't, I wouldn't care.
Know about that? I like, yeah, let this shit go on there.
Shit, that's more money for Microsoft.
Yup,
The more money Microsoft makes, the more likely they are to take chances with new IP.
yup. I was
So
saying,
hey, I'm
uh,
all
I was
for it.
I was saying like some of the games that Sony they've been asking for these games and stuff. How you gonna beg and cry and ask for the games we got when your console is taking away some of the best features that it's supposed to have? That's supposed to make your console powerful. Where did you ever hear that from? How you make something for a pro, then you got to take it away from the pro. That defeat the purposes of making the goddamn pro.
But yeah, true. But that's all Sony's fault though. Like when you come out with new hardware, your hardware shouldn't have to rely on AI upscaling. It should be powerful without it. The AI is supposed to be a bonus.
And
It's
I
supposed
didn't
to
even
just
know that's
boost
what
it,
that was. I didn't even know that's what they was using.
Yeah, the PSSR is just it's no different than FSR, no different than DLSS. And yeah, like I said, Sony's big mistake was to have this the PS5 Pro lean so heavily on that. And so now that developers can't really use it the way they want
Sony
to.
what?
Huh? What you say, Flip?
Oh, I ain't hear you. It sounded like you was botting. Yo, is I'm botting y'all? Because I can't tell if I'm botting or not.
I don't know, it might be me. You know how messed up my internet is. Because you sound clear to me.
All right, there we go. I can hear you now. I was botting. Hold on, man. I'm trying to hop in on my phone. Shit. me see something.
Yeah. Hold up. Shit, I just been here twice. But you can hear me, right, Punisher?
No, I can hear you.
I had to switch because I swear I think I might have been botting. That's why people was going in and out the out the podcast. So I just till I
No,
fixed
like
that
I said,
shit.
you sound clear to me.
Yeah.
I know
Yeah.
that's why I figured it was probably me.
Shit.
That's
No, but
how messed up my internet is. So
yeah, man. I just I just think that it's crazy. Like I'm trying to figure out like what happened to all these companies that Sony had. What was they doing? Like what was y'all doing the whole time? You had all these other companies that people was bragging about that didn't do nothing.
no, but that's the thing though. If they don't have the money, shit, there's nothing they can do.
I'm like, yo, like,
Like a
yeah,
lot of people want to look over the fact that Sony ain't really got money like that.
but you can't tell them that because they think Sony does.
Like they spent over what was it 400 million on Concord.
Right,
They spent 3 point some billion on Bungie.
right.
Like where do people think they got that money from?
I don't know. I don't know. I
I'm not
don't
gonna
know.
sit here and say Sony's completely broke because they're not, but they ain't got money like Microsoft.
Like I said earlier, Microsoft said, "Who has the last laugh?" Like
Hmm.
y'all did all this fucking moonwalking shit, all this bullshit, and it didn't even benefit y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm Sony. I'm with Sony forever. Fuck that shit. And I'm saying to myself, like, what? Sony gonna destroy Microsoft. Now look what happened. It came to Sony was going to destroy Microsoft. So Microsoft, they buying up everything. Microsoft, the reason why Sony ain't got no is the downfall because of Sony. Well, if that's the case, then I'm happy.
Nah, Microsoft ain't got nothing to do with what's going on with Sony. All Sony's been doing is prolonging the inevitable.
Well, that ran
Like
into a wall.
Sony as a corporation has been bleeding money for decades now. And it's not just PlayStation. They've been losing money off their movies.
Yep.
Just look at all the movies that flopped recently. Like what was that? Uh what was that last movie that just came out?
The Spider-Man John.
Craven,
Yeah,
Craven
Craven
the
the Hunter.
Hunter.
And the crazy
That
thing is,
flopped.
this is the thing I say. It's probably a good movie.
It probably is.
But I think what the problem happened is that I think what the problem happened is that Sony lost their power. They lost their power. They don't have no power, no muscle to flex anything. Like you said, that money is leaking
Mhm.
out their pocket. They might as well just do TV shows for people and stuff. Cause I see they do that. I see they do TV shows for Disney and all that other stuff. Disney outsourced them to make the TV shows and stuff that they want. I see that.
Yep.
I mean, but like I don't, but these crackerjack motherfuckers that be crying over this stuff, I don't understand it. Like, yo, it ain't no need to cry. Ain't no need for you to sit up there cry all boo hoo and blame Microsoft. You need to blame Sony for that. Sony be giving y'all what they want to give y'all. And the problem with it is now, I always say it, these little thunder niggas, these little dudes, they don't know. They don't know what's going on. So these old head cats like us or whatever, we know the rules and what was going on and how it was back then. Those are the dude that actually crying. The little casual dude don't give a shit.
No, they don't.
You know what I'm saying? And I ain't saying it's all peachy and fine and lovely on the Xbox. Xbox had to break bust open and make a multiverse so that just to see a profit or to put gaming in a different space. And it's all because of Sony. I blame all that on Sony because I said it earlier, they try to gatekeep. Like you trying to gatekeep gaming. That's what they were trying to do. They were trying to gatekeep that shit. We get everything, Microsoft don't get nothing. This is what happened. And you got these dumbass company again doing these deal with Sony and thinking that fast money. That's what I should have said earlier. Thinking this fast money is going to help them out, and it's not. That's all that is, fast money. They're getting that fast money. That's it, and it's not even long term. How you getting fast money and it's not long term?
Mm-hmm.
Not
And you
even
know that
helping them.
was Square Enix. They found out the hard way, and so
Yup.
like Sony give them that little bit of money up front, and then they lose out on the back end.
Yup. They losing out of that good money that Microsoft got.
Well, it's not just that. It's just when they make games exclusive just for PlayStation, like the people who, like let's say on PC, who was probably interested in that game, now they're not because now they have to wait, 2-3 years. And then by the time it actually come to PC, other games are out now. So they're not going to buy it. So Square Enix just lost out on all that money that they
I,
could
I,
have gotten if it would have launched on everything at the same time.
well, they hurting now. They're hurting. They got to find out the hard way.
Because it's the same thing with Sony's games. When they finally port those PlayStation games to PC, they don't sell very well.
Yeah, I think it was. I think at that point in time, it was too late. I think it was too late for
Mm-hmm.
them to do anything about it when that when that had happened. I think it was too late. And that's what happened with. I think that's what happened with. What was it, Concord? Whatever the hell you call that game? I think that's what happened with that. I think they waited
Well,
too
Concord,
long.
it was 4 years too late. But
Yeah, right. Yeah,
Concord should have launched with the PS5. I think if it would have came out like 2020, I think the game would have
why
did
people
better.
was why people was in the crib
Yeah,
around the
well, everybody was in the
pandemic.
crib chilling.
Yeah, it should have came out
Yeah,
around the
it should have
pandemic
came out
time.
around that time.
Thinking
Yeah.
about that, yeah, you're right. It should have. It should have came out around the pandemic time, which though it would have made money. It would have made money because then it would have been forced people to sit up there and just to play it like fuck it. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying?
Well, that and plus more people would have gave it a chance.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But now, you wait 4 years after that, it's so people ain't interested in that no more. So they playing Marvel Rivals right now.
Ain't that something? Ain't that something? Ain't that something? But to be fair with that though, Marvel Rival is an established IP. It's established already. And when I say that is, look who you got. You listen here.
Oh yeah,
Even if
because of
it
the
was
characters, huh?
even if it was DC rival, it would have it still would have sold. Look at their established characters. A
Yep.
character that people love, no one loved. Tony came up with some, I don't know what the fuck.
I don't know
I,
if I was DC, I'd try to sign a deal with Marvel or whatever that company is to put their characters in the game so they can make some money.
yeah, I would have did that too. I would have did that too. I would have said like, listen here, we got to team up on this one. And they'd be like,
Mm-hmm.
wow, just throw some of my I'm gonna let you have some of my characters in there. Throw some of my characters in the game and shit like that. That could be a crossover. You
Yep.
understand? Like say the source wall broke open and the whole flat because it is a character in DC and Marvel that goes back and forth to different excuse me, different respectable universe. It is a character. You have to stay like in a borderline to stop it from spilling over. But they have that's how you seen DC and Marvel in the comic books and stuff like that. They came up with a better solution why you see them in the universe and stuff. I'm like, yo, wow. But I think they should do that. But add that into the game, and you'll see why how they came over. Like, oh shit, that game was sell like hotcakes.
Yep, that it would.
Or more than what it or doing more than what it's doing now. I mean, I love to see Superman or somebody, Batman or somebody, put a character in there, run up against another character from their universe or helping them. You know what I'm saying? That'd be hot. You're trying to build up your character and shit. Especially Savage. I can see Savage playing that shit like a motherfucker.
Oh, they put the
Yeah, I
DC
can see.
characters in there.
I can see Savage playing that like a motherfucker. I can see Savage on that motherfucker crazy. Savage and Chuck. I can definitely see that.
Shit, I might even play it. I did download it, but I haven't played it yet.
I played it and I can't get jiggy with it because it was too chaotic and I didn't understand what the fuck was going on. And I said, you know what?
Yeah, it do
You
look
know
like there's
what?
a lot of shit going on.
You know what,
I sit
Flip?
there, I watch videos on YouTube. I'm like,
I said, I think it's time for you to sit this one out. I said, Flip, it's time to sit this one out. Yeah, this ain't for you. But again, I would never say a lot. Again, even with Sony games and stuff like that, I would never say those games that they made or whatever is fucked up and shitty. I would just say it's all about timing. And even if I do think that, it don't mean that it's not for everybody. Just because it's not for me, don't mean that it's not for everybody else. I should say. Try to tell that, tell that to my man Black. Man, why Microsoft will put that game? I'm like, yo, you gotta realize they're making game for everybody. They can't just make a game just for us. You can't look at it, oh, it's a hardcore console, blah. You gotta stop thinking like that. That's not how that's gonna work. Gaming in a whole is fucked up. That's why Microsoft bust open the fucking multiverse. Xbox multiverse. That's what it is. Shit. I might do call this podcast Xbox Multiverse. Already done put the title up there into the Xbox Multiverse. Shit. You know what I mean? And this not gonna be the last podcast or something that I'm gonna do. Hopefully do more of it with Punisher or whoever else is able to hop on. Know what I mean? I just, even though I just came up with it, what was that, Saturday night, you know, Sony, I just don't understand, or it sometimes it puzzles me that these people that we have on the internet that's crying and screaming, doing all this bullshit. That's why I don't understand when it comes down to the Xbox community. We don't need to do all that shit. We can sit back and look. I'm saying we can't. We just sit back and look and play the games and shit. We don't got to do all that extra shit. Like fuck that. That's on them. I mean, you don't gotta be a fucking. Don't act like a fucking pony bot and shit over this shit. Don't do that. We won. We are in the best space of gaming history ever. We are on the winning team. When they begging for our game, that's just how it is. How many Xbox people
yep.
you know? How many Xbox people you know bag for their game? We don't bag for their
I
game.
ain't, I ain't seen not one person.
Not me either. I ain't seen not one person bag for a PlayStation game. I mean, that's not how it works. As an Xbox guy, no, you shouldn't be. The Xbox guy, you should not be begging for nothing.
Now,
Microsoft got us
if
covered.
Sony was smart, they would put the games on Xbox and on whatever platform they can to at least try to get some kind of money.
Right.
But like I said, I haven't seen any Xbox dudes begging for it. Not at the level as the PlayStation dudes are.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. See, yeah. I agree with that. That right there, what you just said. Not on the level that they're doing it. 'Cause they doing that on a wholly different level. Like, yo, what the fuck? Hey, the fuck is y'all mad about? I mean, I know Vodka don't like that, don't like that saying that shit because I think Crap said it. Like, no, you're not eating good. We are eating good.
Yeah.
We are the one that's eating good. Like Bone said it before.
Shit, by the time they even get our old games anyway, shit, we gonna be playing some new shit.
That's how I look at it.
By the time they get their hands on Indiana Jones, we gonna be playing Avowed in February.
Oh yeah. You're right. We'd be playing that before. Yeah, you right.
Yeah, we
Before they
probably
even.
be playing Avowed and South of Midnight before they get Indiana Jones. So it's like,
I, I said don't let them. I say don't let them get Indiana Jones for like a year and a half. That's what I say. That's what I say.
I would say at least a year.
Like fuck that. And I'm only saying that because Indiana Jones is doing quite well on the Xbox and PC.
Right.
It's doing very well. And I again I said it before. I ain't think nobody would do it because the simple fact these little Thunder Ninjas, they don't know nothing about Indiana Jones. They don't know nothing about that. But that's the way I'm
Sure,
looking
I
at
know
it.
I don't. I haven't watched none of the movies.
Right. Like these people don't know nothing about Indiana Jones. They mess around think Indiana Jones is a copy of
Nathan Drake.
yeah, and Tomb Raiders. When it's the other way around. That's why I'm like, yo, I don't think they know about that. These little dudes. But surprisingly, I guess I mean for Microsoft, I don't know the numbers, but surprisingly, it sold quite well for them. All I can do is sit back and see what other DLC that's going to come out. Hashtag, I need y'all to go on Twitter and harass Bone and tell him he need to play Indiana Jones because he's slacking. He's a slacker.
No, he is slacking.
So y'all make sure y'all go see our podcast, XWO. You know what I'm saying? Saturday night.
I think he did play it like for 5 minutes, and then
That
he went
motherfucker.
off playing something else.
Nah, that motherfucker played it till he saw the credit.
He saw the credits.
Yep. And then he turned it off. The beginning of the credit. Like, yo, Bone a slacker in video game. Call him a slacker. He's sensitive. He's a sensitive gamer. Yeah, man. But it's I just don't get these. I just don't get these dudes with these narrative. Oh man, Halo coming to the Xbox. Which I'm calling again, like Live said, man. That's a lot of money that they have to pay for a license for music and stuff like that.
Yeah, like Forza Horizon 5 and shit. Yeah.
Yeah, right, right, right. I don't see
That's why
that happen.
I don't think Forza Horizon 5 is coming to PlayStation.
I don't think none of
Like you just said, the license, they gotta pay
them.
for all that shit over again.
Yeah, that shit ain't gonna equal up. What if they don't
Because
like? Remember, like what I said. What if they don't play that? What if they don't play it?
yeah, Microsoft just wasted all that money. Cause they gotta pay for the license for the music, they gotta pay license for the cars and all that.
Yeah, like yo, that's a
That
lot.
Lego license that they got for the DLC and stuff.
Cause
That's a
they
lot of
not gonna
money.
they not gonna get the new Forza because they console can't
Mhm.
handle it.
And plus, like me, plus if I was Microsoft, I wouldn't even give them Horizon 5. I would have given them Horizon 4.
I had to give them Horizon 2.
Oh shit, I had to.
Yeah, they
Nah,
can't. They,
fuck that. I would have given them the first one and shit. I would have
they
given the 360 Horizon.
they
Fuck it.
listen. They console can't handle it. They had to they had to scale back on the features. If you got to scale back on a feature on a console, that solidify everything. Saying it
Mm-hmm.
earlier, how you want to say the Series X is the bottleneck? How the hell is the Pro is the bottleneck to the base model?
Well, it's not even that. It's that online. Because remember, Forza Horizon got that driver tire system.
Yeah,
So it's
right.
like, how is that supposed to work on PSN?
Listen, listen. I did it again. That PS5 Pro is the bottleneck of the PlayStation of the base model PlayStation 5. This shit is unheard of. This shit. I mean, they did it last generation with the PlayStation 4, but it was a little problem that they had to get around. This one, this shit, it's no excuse. You spend all that money for what? I swear, I better not hear another motherfucker said, well, the developers ain't say shit. Stop sucking Sony dick.
Like they
Gotta
love pulling shit out their ass
damn,
when it come to PlayStation.
making up some bullshit. Like you can't say shit. I don't wanna hear none of that. When you got a console that had to scale back on the features. And it's the pro. And it's not even a pro no more.
Nah, not really. It's more like just a slightly more powerful PS5 at that point.
Barely. It's bad when you make a pro and you still gotta play the base model games. You can't use the features of it. That's sad,
Like you
yo.
gotta turn it off. Like you said last night, they should have just made it slim
Yeah.
and been done with that shit.
I would have went for that. I would have went for a straight slim to figure out the better solution for the cooling system to stop it from overheating. Because they still didn't find a better solution. Then y'all made up all these stories, and the old boy had to come out and say, "Yo, we ain't say that." Mark Turner had to come out like, "Whoa, whoa, 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 whoa!
Like
Now
you
slow
have to
down
come out
here.
with
Like
the
slow down here.
flopflation.
Yeah, like slow down here. Slow down, baby, slow down. We didn't say that. That
And
word did not
I
come
think
out of
he had to
our
come
mouth."
out because of your homeboy though. Your
Oh shit!
homeboy D badge.
Oh shit! Oh yeah, because
All that twerking he was doing from Canada.
D
Talking
back was
about
wilding out.
talking about what is it, 34 T flops or some shit he was talking about.
Yeah, right. And listen. I don't got nothing against D-Bat. I just think he's weird at this point. I just think he's weird. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like D-Bat don't know his shit about PC, but when he say weird shit like this, it makes you question his ability with PC. Now it make you question, like, nigga, do you really know about PC now? If it
Well, it's
wasn't
not
the
just
CUDA,
that, it's the fact that he doubled down on the shit though.
right? He did it with the
He
CUDA
was
cores,
proven
and now
wrong and
this
he still doubled down
down on
on it.
it.
Like,
Like,
what the
yo,
fuck?
they came out and they told you this shit ain't true, and you still double down.
Yeah.
Now Mark's only lying.
Like all you had to do is say, you know what? I was wrong. But, but nah, he just kept going. And
Mark's
that
only,
right there is why he lost all credibility with me.
yeah,
All you had to do is admit you was wrong. Everybody don't get everything right all the time.
right.
Like that shit
Exactly.
happens.
Exactly. Exactly.
But like I
It,
said, the fact that he doubled down is like, yeah, I'm cool off you, bro.
yeah. I'm just waiting for him to say the PlayStation 5 Pro got CUDA cores in it.
Nah, he was clown so much for that. You ain't gonna hear him say cool cores no more.
Yeah, right. You gonna double down on something that this motherfucker he stood fucking 11 toe down in the sand and shit and still wrong. Like how you wrong? Why every time you talk you wrong? At this point, you just need to shut up and stop talking. Just stop it. Just don't say nothing. Just hush. Don't say nothing no more, D back. Please don't. Just be quiet. Just be quiet, man. It's not looking good for you, bro. I'm saying the universe is not on your side.
And definitely
Bro.
ain't.
The universe is not on your side, bro. You on some weird shit. Like now you're just weird. I'm not calling you a dumb motherfucker or none of that. I don't think you're stupid or nothing. I just think you're weird. You're a little off. I'm saying you're a little weird touch. You just got to stop doing that shit, dog. It doesn't make sense for you to continue on and making up all this crazy shit that you be doing. Stop it. And the weirdest thing was he was talking like he was an Xbox dude first. Go back and talk about PC. Matter of
Well, I
fact,
always
don't
look
even
at
do that.
Scratch as like a PC dude, but
Matter of fact,
now I just he just capping for PlayStation now.
matter of fact, you banned for talking about PC. Don't even talk about PC.
So I'm like, why are you working so hard for PlayStation when you know a PC is more powerful? But I guess since it's negativity against Xbox, you know, and plus his homeboy, what's the name? That's old boy, dealer.
Oh yeah.
Dealer disappeared. He's like a stray in the streets. He ain't got no home, so he's trying to figure out where he gonna go.
That motherfucker holding up the sword. He holding up the sword of dealer. Come back. That's crazy. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. Crazy. That's so sad. I feel sorry for the boy. It's like a little bird. You gotta feed him like a little baby bird. Tweet, tweet. You know what I mean? Yeah. What I tell you, man. You know what I mean? For all those who think that game is going to play better on a PlayStation and from Microsoft, it's not. It's not. I just want y'all to know. I have to reiterate that for y'all to understand these games is not going to run better like what y'all think is going to run on a PlayStation. It's not.
No, they gonna run about the same.
You know what I'm saying? I don't even think it's going to do that. Soon as they try to kick in on ray tracing, that shit going to break.
Mhm. Well, I think it was ray tracing. That shit, man.
What they got,
That
the
that
watered down
shit
version of it?
requires a lot of resources on any piece of hardware.
Shit, not Microsoft. Microsoft got a dedicated chip for that. That's what Jason Ronald said when he was breaking that video down that me and Vodka was watching. We watched a 15-minute video for 30 minutes. That's what he said. That's what I was telling Lemon. I'm like, yo, well, no. I'm like, no. He was like, no. I'm like, listen, Lemon, that's what I'm just telling you what Jason Ronald said. Tell him what that man said. Well, let's see a fucking liar. He should know more than anybody. He the head motherfucker that designed the motherfucker. Mhm.
Well, true too.
I just I mean I get the resource hall. I can understand that. Not saying that it can't be a resource hall, but I'm just saying they got a dedicated chip. If you know how to program, then you should know how to do it. I think ray tracing. When I hear resource hall, this is what I think of. I think it might be a resource hall for a developer because the simple fact they may not know how to utilize it. That's what I'm thinking. 'Cause how Lyle was saying the reason why you know you know, was it Black Miss Wukong or whatever, why I have the problem that I have is because the simple fact that it's the way the developer made it and programmed it. You know what I'm saying? It's like how we was talking about the difference between HDR, how you can go in the setting and you have to change it around, tweet it to what you like, compared to um Dolby Atmos. I mean Dolby Vision is like preset unless you have to go in there and tweak it, change the color that's in the setting of the video game. I haven't come across that. Cypher said he had to tweak it a little, but that's in the game he had to. Remember, certain game or certain TV, I would say, had HDR and it was dull. Or what it didn't pop like it should have popped. Some TV, it just wasn't working right on it and stuff. So that's how I look at it. Maybe they don't know how to maybe they don't know how to work on it that well. Maybe that's where the resource hall coming in at because they don't know how to work on it that well. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I had to think about that when Lyle was talking about, Black Wukong, the motherfuckers, so many different programs under it. It came out the way it did because they're not focusing on it.
Hmm.
But also, I still believe that Sony had something to do with it.
Oh
I
yeah,
still,
I think it was some kind of backdoor deal also.
yeah, that's what I think. I think Sony had something to do with that shit.
And I think they're just using, the Series S as an excuse.
Right. Part to me still think that they just bad programmers. I
Because they,
mean,
they still haven't come out and debunked that either. They never came out and said, "Oh, we don't have a deal with PlayStation." They never debunked it. They didn't say anything.
I'm just happy that Phil came out and said, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, we don't got nothing to do with that."
Yeah, they said they had nothing to do with that, and they said they wasn't aware of any issues with the Series S.
Yeah. But my thing is this the fuckery. How many times we said this? Why the fuck ain't just go to Microsoft and ask them to help them?
Well, yeah, they definitely could have.
Because I'm thinking if they would have went to Microsoft and asked Microsoft for the help, Microsoft wouldn't have turned down the help to help PlayStation. They did it before, according to Todd Howard. He said it. He said Microsoft helped them multiple times to put the games on other platforms. We ain't gonna say no name PlayStation, but I'm saying he said Microsoft helped them. Said Microsoft came in and helped them to show them how to do it. And we know this to be
Maybe they have
true.
don't they have like a dedicated team for that?
I think so.
Especially if they're trying to put the game on the Xbox. I'm pretty sure Microsoft will have no problem helping them.
Right. Right. But the question is, why aren't they going to ask Microsoft? Knowing that Microsoft is going to help them fix the game on a PlayStation.
Because I don't think that's the issue. The issue is they got to deal with PlayStation.
Exactly. Exactly.
Like I said,
Exactly.
Microsoft said themselves. They said they cannot comment on deals that their partners have with other platforms.
Yep. They don't got nothing to do with it. Like, yo, we
They
don't got
said
nothing to do
that.
with that. We don't got nothing to do with that. We can't do nothing. They got to come up and ask us. Because you know as well as I know, if they did that in the past, why would it change? Why would it change? Now, what I'm thinking is going to happen is that when it get down to the Xbox like that, once this little thing is over with, I'm thinking Microsoft already went there and helped them out to put that on both the S and the X. I'm thinking Microsoft, that's Microsoft gonna go in there and do it. Let me help you out here real quick, buddy. There's no different. Remember when Microsoft, who was that? Microsoft, the Coalition, Unreal Engine 5, um, um, that Matrix game. Microsoft helped put that Matrix game on that PlayStation 4. That demo, remember, Microsoft did that. The Coalition had to go in and do that.
And I think the
And help.
coalition helped them with the engine. I think
Like,
I think the coalition and Epic, I think they were hand in hand with that engine.
listen, let me tell you something. The Coalition and WB is the only two motherfuckers that know how to work that engine. But it's amazing that they had to go in there and help WB put that shit on the PlayStation 4. I remember I was telling that, me and Bean cousin was talking about. And I'm like, no, 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 no. He's like, no, but I'm like, no, 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 no. Microsoft did that shit. Sony ain't do that shit. Microsoft did that. Microsoft went in there and helped them put that shit on there. Sony ain't do a damn thing. Sony don't do stuff like that.
Well,
You
not
know,
because Sony has their own engines and shit.
right.
Like Sony don't really use Unreal Engine for their games.
Nope.
Like they use I think like the Decima engine or something like that.
Well, I don't know.
But they have used it. They have used Unreal for a couple games, but Most of the time they use the Desma engine.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, you know more about that than I do. I ain't gonna lie, I'm not sure what the fuck's on. I'm not sure. I'm not. I don't know none of that. I don't know none of Sony engine that they use for any of their games. I don't. I don't even be thinking about that shit. Like what engine that they using for the games and stuff. This shit crazy though. But we're gonna wrap this up. Me and Good Punisher gonna wrap this up with the Lord's willing. You see me tomorrow. If Punisher can come through, you see him, Chaos or Live or whatever. Try to start it off a little better, whatever. I wasn't too sure whether if y'all could hear me or not earlier, whatever. I wasn't too sure. But for the people that was rocking out, came in. Appreciate that y'all came in. All I ask just to share this on Twitter and stuff. Also, I'm on Blue Sky now. I'm not on Twitter. I'm on Blue Sky. Stuff. Twitter. Oh my God, Twitter is a fuck fest. A porn fuck fest. That's all Twitter is. And Mr. Keeman, thank you for rocking out with me, good brother. You know what I'm saying? I see you in the party or whatever. Peace.
Peace out, people.